Nazi spacemen landed on the Moon 27 years before the famed Apollo 11 mission by NASA, it has shockingly been claimed. Adolf Hitler's crew of astronauts allegedly flew to the orbital body in a exo-atmospheric rocket saucer as early as 1942. Conspiracy theorist Vladimir Tertysky claims to have evidence of the Third Reich's successful trip to the Moon. Self-proclaimed as an engineer and physicist, the Bulgarian researcher alleges Hitler's spacemen colonized parts of the lunar surface. And he even claims the first American astronauts to reach the Moon, 49 years ago today, were actually met by the Nazis. His absurd theory is roundly debunked by historians and experts. But there is more truth in his claims than you would think, with Hitler's scientists actually playing a key role in putting a man on the Moon in 1969. Dr. Tertysky claims the Reich established a moon base after their defeat at the end of World War II. He alleges senior Nazis fled Germany and retreated to South America, led by SS Commander Hans Kammler, from where they established a secret base in Antarctica. Taking with them advanced rocket and saucer technology, Dr. Tertysky claims the Nazis staged missions from a base called Neuschwabenland. Nazi tests of new craft are alleged to be responsible for the boom in UFO sightings during the 1940s and 1950s. Nazi rocket technology is known to have been significantly advanced during World War II, with the V-1 and V-2 weapons raining terror onto Britain. And the Reich is also known to have researched saucer technology, but none of their prototypes are ever believed to have flown. However, that has not stopped conspiracy theorists like Dr. Tertysky. He claims the Nazi spacecraft arrived on the Moon on August 23, 1942, at the lunar plain known as Mare Imbrium. The first man on the Moon was not Neil Armstrong, but rather a Nazi officer named Werner Thiesenberg, he adds. Dr. Tertysky said, landing took place without radio contact to the main control center at the Wilhelmshaven, or the second control center located near Anzio, Italy. Ever since their first day of landing on the Moon, the Germans started boring and tunneling under the surface, and by the end of the war there was a small Nazi research base on the Moon. The conspiracy theorist, who describes himself as the chief of American Academy of Dissident Sciences, claims to have evidence of all of these wacky boasts about the Nazis. He has, however, yet to produce anything concrete, but his theories are still peddled by UFO hunters and tied to claims of Hitler's links to the occult. History records the Nazis had a rocket program, and did visit Antarctica, but there is nothing to suggest they reached the Moon and had a secret space base. Colin Summerhayes, a geologist at the University of Cambridge, published a 21-page academic paper to disprove the existence of the supposed secret Nazi UFO base in the South Pole. He said, the Germans did not construct a secret base before, during or immediately after World War II. Nazi space program rumors do have some truth, however, with the groundwork actually helping NASA reach the Moon. U.S. soldiers scooped up Nazi scientists in a top-secret mission called Operation Paperclip. The team were seized by the U.S. along with V-2 rocket technology from secret slave labor-driven factory Mittelwerk in Germany. Soviet Union and U.S. bosses were locked in a race to seize the Nazi secrets, setting in motion the space race and the Cold War. The chief Nazi rocket scientist was space pioneer Wernher von Braun. Von Braun was a major in the SS, but his passion laid in his dream of space travel, saying in 1936, "We will fly to the Moon." Nazi scientists and technology captured went on to be the backbone of the U.S. space program, which eventually landed Apollo 11 on the Moon. Dr. Marcus Schiller, a German engineer, writes, "Without doubt, von Braun was one of the key figures of spaceflight, and he still polarizes. Some see him as the epitome of opportunism, a person who willingly accepted the deaths of innocent people to achieve his great goal. Others see an exceptional engineer and manager, a man of action, who, once he had taken his path, never had a real choice in his decisions due to the circumstances that developed